What's going on, guys? ChillisFM here, taking a look at purified Dusclops in the Open Great League. Now, I know a lot of y'all weren't that excited when Dusclops Community Day was announced, but I was a little bit excited because I've been waiting to build this purified Dusclops, but I needed the XL candies to do it. So now I have the XL candies. I was able to try it out on day one as soon as the Great League returned. And yeah, this thing has a really interesting moveset. It has Hex as its fast move, which is going to generate energy very, very quickly. And then it has access to Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Shadow Punch. So none of those hit very hard. So that's why I wanted to run the purified version. It has a return on it. The return is going to be your nuke. Not necessarily the most energy efficient nuke, but it is actually more energy efficient than Fire Punch or Ice Punch would be. So it does have that benefit. We're going to be taking a look at some of these battles. In this first one, I was up against a Skarmory lead, and they have double fighters in the back. You're going to see the second fighter here in just a second. Cofagrigus is a great answer for this Vigoroth. Vigoroth doesn't stand much of a chance here. They'll have to land two bulldozers, so I'm able to take them out. And in the back, they have Scrafty. So there is the second fighter. Scrafty, obviously a big challenge for this team. Obstagoon is going to be taking double super effective damage from its fighting type fast move, and both of my ghosts are going to be taking super effective damage from its dark type moves. And I don't know if y'all followed my channel long enough, but I do build quite a few teams that are weak to Scrafty, just because Scrafty is not that common. It has such a unique moveset, it's kind of hard to cover for it. Yeah, so that's what I did with this team, and I, of course, ran to a Scrafty right here. So I come in with my Dusclops, thinking that I could get to my charge moves very quickly and get that thing out of here, but they actually swapped back into Skarmory, which was interesting considering I'm running Fire Punch. I'm able to land one Fire Punch, going to come in with Goon now. I want to keep my Dusclops fairly healthy, and I'm going to be throwing this Night Slash into the Skarmory. No shield from my opponent. They are going to be throwing a Sky Attack or Brave Bird here. If it's Sky Attack, they're almost at a second one. They might be at a second one. Yeah, so there's the next one. Not going to shield my Obstagoon. I know that I need my Dusclops to be able to pull off the win here. So I'm going to be overfarming by a little bit. They swap out into Scrafty, and they're throwing immediately. Now, this could be a Power Punch bait, but I do have to shield it up in case it is the foul play. It is the foul play, so great shield by me. I'm going for the bait with the Fire Punch. Do they throw up a shield? They do. They know Scrafty is their win con. And I go for the next Fire Punch immediately. I probably should have built up to the return again because, yep, they let it through and it just doesn't do that much damage. And I'm not going to be able to fast move down Scrafty. That's the thing about Dusclops. It's very bulky, but with bulk plus having Hex as the fast move, it just doesn't do any kind of fast move pressure. Plus, I mean, Hex is resisted here, so it's even worse. Still, able to build up to back-to-back Fire Punches. The first one gets a shield. I'm going to overfarm just a little bit, going for the next Fire Punch. This will take out the Scrafty. Now, can I outpace this Skarmory to another Fire Punch? Just two more Hexes, and we are at the next Fire Punch. Dusclops is going to be able to clean up this game. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. My goodness, how many Fire Punches did I even throw in that battle? Like, that... The spamminess is ridiculous. Being bulky, able to get off so many moves, really, like, even though you're not doing that much damage with each move, it kind of adds up. I mean, it's a very sneaky Pokemon. So anyway, looking into the next one, up against a Increadibly lead, they throw a Grass Knot into my Goon, and they do finally swap out. So they were staying in for a long time, making me think they are double weak to Goon, and then they catch on, what do you know, it's another Scrafty. So I'm going to be coming in with my Dusclops. Can Dusclops handle this Scrafty? Dark type into a Ghost type. Let's see how this plays out. I'm going to shield up this first one, knowing it's more than likely going to be a foul play. It is. Now I'm going to go straight for the return. Do they match shields here, or are they going to let this come through? Let's find out. They let it, or they throw up a shield. Sorry, and now I'm going to be building up, going for another return, and going to go ahead and tank this next foul play. Let's see how much this does to my Dusclops. I mean, like, considering it's a foul play, super effective, that's not bad damage. Going for the next return, it lands, puts Scrafty into the red, and now I can outpace them to this next Fire Punch. Are they going to give up a second shield, or will my Dusclops counter a Scrafty? Dusclops takes out Scrafty. Oh my goodness, you love to see it. They're going to be coming out with a Alolan Marowak. I realize that I don't want to get Hex down, so I swap into my Obstagoon. Going to be throwing this Night Slash immediately. It does some nice, super effective damage, and they're going to be throwing at me. Now, I know at worst, this is just a Bone Club. There's no reason for me to shield. It's not going to take me out. They're not going to be able to Hex me down, and then they come back in with Increadibly. I'm going for another Night Slash Slash right here. Will this get the shield from them? Yes, it does, which I was a little bit surprised from because I already I've already shown that I am not running cross chop. So interesting shield by my opponent. I'm going to come in now with Cofagrigus and really just try to fast move down as much as I can, at least building up to the Shadow Ball. Not going to shield anything from Increadibly because I know I need my shield for that Alolan Marowak. So after I get some energy, I swap into my Dusclops, throw the Fire Punch. Can I fast move down this Increadibly? We're both very bulky Pokemon. So yes, able to fast move down the Increadibly. My opponent knows it's over and they top left. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. All right, jumping on into the next game, Obstagoon up against a Greedent. So another grid lead for my Obstagoon. What are they going to be swapping into? They're going to be bringing out a Toxicroak. So I immediately swap into my Cofagrigus. I do have Psychic on this Cofagrigus, which will definitely one-shot a Toxicroak. It's double super effective. I mean, come on. Going to be building up. They can only hit me with Mud Bombs for neutral. Sludge Bomb technically does more damage, but it's less energy efficient because it's resisted move. And they throw up a shield. So they're really going to be trying for switch here. I'm not going to shield up this next Mud Bomb. I know I can easily survive it. And can I make it to the next Psychic? Yes, I can. So at this point, they have to double shield if they want to try to get switch. What are they going to do? They go down 2 shields, and I am a-okay with this. I can come in with my Dusclops, and I'm going to just fast move down this Toxicroak. They are low enough that I should be able to do it. So I eat 1 Mud Bomb. Do they make it to another one? Let's see. No, they don't make it to the next one. However, I have to deal with this Greedent, and Greedent has access to Crunch, which will hit my Dusclops for super effective damage. So I'm going to go straight for the return. It does about 45%, a little bit less than half to this Greedent, and now they are throwing. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a shield. I am probably not going to get one shot by Crunch, but low enough that I want to keep this Dusclops healthy, and I catch the next one on my Obstagoon. All right, so we wasted their energy. In the back, they have a Swampert. I'm going to be going straight for the Night Slash. I know some of y'all probably were like, all right, here comes the beam. I can't beam here because this is not a Goon feature. If I beamed, come on, it would just be all about Goon. So I'm going to save my shield for my Dusclops, going to be building up to 100 energy and then going for the return here. This will easily take out this Swampert. Can I take out the Greedent though? Greedent is out of energy. All I have to do is get to 1 return. But I don't know. Actually, they're at about half health. Will this return take out, or will they be able to get to the crunches? No, return takes out the Greedent. That's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. That's why you want to run return. Like, I know Shadow Dusclops rated about the same as the purified version, but yeah, I think return is the move here. So going to be up against a Shadow Swampert in the next game, and I've been seeing Swampert in the lead like non-stop these past 2 days. I don't know about y'all, and they've all been Shadows as well. So I'm like, where did all these Shadow Swamperts come from? I know like regular Swampert, a little bit popular before, but all these Shadows is just strange to me. It's all right though. Going to catch the second Hydro Cannon on my Cofagrigus. Are they going to stay in to throw a second one? If so, I might have to shield. No, they build up and then they swap into a Drapion. So I'm going to go for the Psychic here. Both moves, Psychic and Shadow Ball, are resisted, so I might as well try for the defense drop. Don't get it. Going to build up for the next Psychic, but they do throw their energy. Is this the Aqua Tail or the Crunch? It is the Crunch, meaning they probably aren't running Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail should have been enough to take me out from there. And yeah, I don't think they would have thrown Crunch, so probably going to be a Sludge Bomb right here, or a Crunch Bait. No, it is the Sludge Bomb. Definitely hurts my Goon, but I could not use my final shield right there. Going to have to go for the Hyper Beam to take out this Drapion. Unfortunately, like, it wasn't that healthy, but I know that a Night Slash wouldn't have been enough, and they would have got to another move, demanded my shield. Didn't want that, so I do go ahead and throw the beam. In the back, they have a Skarmory, so I'm going to be building up, immediately going for the Fire Punch against this Skarmory. This, of course, hits for super effective. Does some nice chip damage. You do need 3 of them to KO a Skarmory still, so I mean, that's where the bulk kind of hurts you. Plus, you know, it's a non-stab Fire Punch. Yeah, so it chips away. It chips away, and you get to him quick enough that it's not too much of a concern, I guess. I go ahead and land the next one, building up and throwing the next one as soon as I get it. This should force the final shield if they don't want to lose out on their energy, which they don't. Now, unfortunately, I did incorrectly shield the first move. I thought it was going to be the Brave Bird and dip. It was not. But Dusclops still survives the Brave Bird, able to come in with my Goon into this Swampert, almost counter them down, force them to throw their energy. All I have to do is fast move down this Swampert and I win. But there it is. There's the weakness again of Dusclops. No fast move pressure, not able to take out even this Shadow Swampert. And that's going to be a GG's. Well played to my opponent. So just something to be aware of. That's a big shortcoming of Dusclops. All right, so into the next one, another Shadow Swampert. Can I redeem myself in this matchup? So this time I'm actually not going to shield this first Hydro Cannon. Yeah, there it is. No shield on the Hydro Cannon. It hurts, and then they're going to be coming out with a Skarmory. So it might be the same team as last time. I mean, Swampert and Skarmory are always paired together, so it's hard to say what the third is going to be. Anyways, I'm going to land that first Night Slash, build up some extra energy, and then come out with my Dusclops. I know there's nothing to fear here. They are switch locked. Unlikely they go for the Brave Bird, and even if they did, I would definitely survive it. Now I can go for the Fire Punch, but it was a CMP tie, and my Dusclops loses CMP, so I'm going to have to tank this next Sky Attack. Doesn't take me out anyways, not a big deal. Going to be going for the Fire Punch here. It does not get shielded, and now I'm going to be building up to the back-to-backs, going for the next Fire Punch. Hopefully they try to fight for switch here and give up a shield, because I have a second one ready to go, but nope, they don't. Going for the next Fire Punch into a Swampert. This is resisted, won't do very much damage at all, but we actually get a shield, which is terrific. People just don't know what Dusclops is running, and Shadow Swampert is pretty glassy, so I understand why my opponent shielded, but hey, I'll take that every day of the week. You love to see it. Alright, so going to be tanking or shielding up that Hydro Cannon, building up to the Psychic. Unfortunately, again, Swamperts just always have way more energy than you think they do. So I do have to give up my second shield, and this was a CMP tie. So what do they have in the back? We're going to find out. It is a Lickitung up a shield into a ghost type. This is not looking great, but I'm going to go straight for the Psychic. Maybe they shield this and I get the defense drop. Nope, no shield, no defense drop. Looking very grim, but they do throw the Power Whip immediately. So I'm like, maybe there's a win con here. I'm going to immediately swap into my Obstagoon. They can't lick down an Obstagoon. The licks are triple resisted. I'm going to be able to throw this Night Slash. The first one gets a shield. Am I able to make it to a second Night Slash? Yes, we make it to a second Night Slash. This will do some nice chip damage. Let's see. And we get the CMP tie. That is beautiful. Now all I have to do is make it to a Psychic and hope that is enough to KO this Lickitung. Can we make it to the Psychic? Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, Niantic. Let me throw my Psychic. What weak connection? I'm on Wi-Fi. What is going on? Throw the Psychic. I'm getting licked down, guys. Like, there's no way, right? Like, I'm dead. I'm dead. The game's probably been over. Wait, hold on. We're throwing the Psychic. Come on. Come on. Don't let them third shield, Niantic. Niantic, come on. And then finally it goes through. Like, what a stressful win, but we are able to take the win, even with the Lickitung in the back. My goodness, Niantic, come on, fix your game, fix your game. Anyways, I'm not going to complain about it. We got the win. It ended up working properly. It was just stressful. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Let me know what you thought about Dusclops in the comments down below. My personal thoughts is, like, it's good, but it's not great. Like, it's not anything that I would run over the other ghost types that are out there. There's just already so many good ghost types. I mean, Sableye, Jellicent, Cofagrigus. It's just not top tier to me, but it does have some play. So if this is your favorite Pokemon, go ahead, build one. I mean, it worked for me. I had a pretty neutral day with this team. So, I mean, it worked. It wasn't outstanding. All right, guys, that's going to be it. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm in the video right now. Click on one of these over whichever way they are. And until next time, this is ChillisFM, reminding you to always keep pushing forward.